Woo. Ah, see him a beast when you hear that sound like. Ah, yeah, beat on the beat when you hear that sound like. Woo. Yeah, bitch, I'm a champ, only me one round like. Ha. Yeah, me, I'm a G right here and it sound like.
What's up, fight fans? My name is Anik Subramanian. I am a bare-knuckle writer for the Scrap News. Today, I'm here with the future of the promotion, the undefeated Dameko Labon. Dameko,
Going
first,
on?
how you doing today?
I'm doing all right, brother. What about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm excited to talk to you. I was a big knockout. It's a big 2023. I'm excited to see what's next. Now, I'm going to jump right into it. It's your pro career, 2023. You won your pro boxing debut. You also won your pro bare knuckle debut. Now,
Yeah.
BKFC just signed you. Now, since the bare knuckle opportunity came right out of the blue, did your plans for the near future change? And if so, like what are they now?
I wouldn't necessarily say they changed. Like my thing is, I say I'm just trying to get in where I fit in. I feel like I feel like I'm a good fighter all around. Like you know what I'm saying. So maybe one day I might even venture into MMA. You know what I'm saying. But right now, you know, my bread and butter boxing. You know what I'm saying. So I don't think it messed up none of my plans because I really didn't have any plans. Whoever wanted to give me an opportunity, you know, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? They gave me the opportunity. A lot of guys, scared of bare knuckle. That's the honest truth. I'm not. I've been hitting my face with a fist before a glove. You know what I'm saying? So I thought it was a great. I honestly thought I was gonna do it at the end of my career. A bare knuckle fight, but it was crazy. I did it early on. So, but I'm happy with it.
No, yeah, that's a big risk you take, and obviously it paid off. Now, with the contract, do you plan on going back and forth with glove boxing, or for now in the near future, are you just fighting bare knuckle?
Back and forth. I plan on going back and forth.
So, like, does that mean how often do you plan on fighting in 2024, given that you're
Man, I plan on fighting. I plan on fighting as much as I can, to be honest, bro. I wanted to fight. I wanted to fight this year. I wanted to fight like one more time at the end of the year, but things change, stuff don't fall in place. The business as I'm learning it, you know, it's real tricky. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting. I'm waiting on my next opportunity. I should be fighting early next year though, to be honest with you. But I plan on fighting as much as I can, at least 5 fights next year, coming out of me.
that's gonna be
Whether they bought
wonderful.
they bare knuckle love boxing. That I wanna, I wanna hurry up and get my movement off the ground. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna like, baby step it because even though I don't have, X amount of years experience, you know what I'm saying? I really do feel like I'm a talented person at fighting, you know what I'm saying? So I told my coach, it's I got 100% faith in you. You tell me, hey, let's do it. I'm right I'm on it.
I got that. That makes a lot of sense. Now, is there any opponents you're eyeing within bare knuckle for like the early 2024?
Nah, but to be honest, I look at everybody. Now, a little known thing. I fight at 35, but I do plan on moving up. I do plan on moving up, you know what I'm saying? I can make the weight, but I am a bigger person, I am a bigger 35 pounder, but I can make it, you know what I'm saying? It just but I plan on moving up. To answer your question, I look at everybody, you know what I'm saying? I look at everybody. So if you think you under the radar, I'm watching you. Not just in 135. Wesley got a 150-pound division, right?
I think there's 45 Kai Stewart's the champ, and then 55 Luis Palomino's the champ.
Yeah, I believe I can move up there too and do damage. You know what I'm saying? I'm a strong person, strong and fast. So I look at everybody, bro. Whoever the fans, I really want to be a fan favorite fighter. Somebody you could just turn on your TV and enjoy they fight. And you don't have to know who I am or who my opponent is. It's just go always be a fun spectacle to watch. You know what I'm saying? So I got eyes on all those guys.
I like that. I like that. Now, I'm going to get into a couple guys. The 135-pound champ, Keith Richardson. I interviewed him. Really nice guy. He's 40 now, but he just became champ. Kai Stewart fights on the Mike Perry card tomorrow. What do you make
Hmm?
of those two guys? And like, how long would you want to wait for a title fight? I know you got a ways to go, but What do you envision in terms of the title picture?
Whoever got whoever got the belt, that's who I'm eyeing, to be honest. Because these guys, I don't really see too many of them having a bunch of title defenses. So it's like I can't look at one person and say, "Oh, I'm gonna go fight him." You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I really do look at everybody. You know what I'm saying? Even from the lowest tier to the highest tier. So, um, only thing I could say about is what's his name? What's the title for? What's the champion for 35?
Keith Richardson.
Yeah, only thing I could say, I seen his title fight. I just feel like I could beat him. You know what I'm saying? I don't sit down when I see a guy. I just look at him for a second. You know, okay, I pick him apart a little bit. Okay, I could do that to beat him. That stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? The Kai Stewart guy. I honestly, I don't know him like that for what I've seen. You know, I think HD go take the belt from him. To be honest with you, that's just my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But no, I don't. You know, I check them. I check a few fighters out, but I don't look at one person all day long. You got to look at everybody. You know, you never know who you go fight, who they go call up for you.
You're right. You can't get ready. You got to stay ready. Now,
Stay ready.
I'm going to ask you something about yourself, right? You're 22 years young. You're killing it for this age. Now, what do you think is the easiest, your favorite and your least favorite part of life as a fighter? Because it's not an easy life.
Um, you ask one more time.
What do you think is the easiest and the hardest part about life as a fighter?
The easiest part and the hardest part as life as a fighter. I think the hardest part as a fighter is balancing your fighting life with your family life. People say fighting is a lonely sport. It's not lonely, bro. It's usually it's just hard to balance your life and mix with your family life. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I recommend a lot of fighters, you know, don't have kids, don't get in their relationships, you know, because as you get more serious and going on, your time is taken away. You know, I'm a nice person, but when I get in like my fighting mode, it's something that I can't control. Like I just get real angry. Like I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to, you know. So I think that's the hardest part right there. Just balancing being a fighter and being a family man. You
Right.
know, mom, brothers, sisters. You know, and I think the easiest part about being a fighter, honestly, I think you train properly. The easiest part is fight night. To be honest with you, because you go so hard in the gym to make that easy. I tell all my people, you know, I say I train 2-3 months just before like 21 seconds, you know, and that's what I wanted. If anything else happened other than that, I would have been disappointed. That's what I expect, you know. So that's the easiest part, fight night. You know, you prepare right, you know, that's you go have a sweet night.
Right. So now, in terms of the team that prepares you for these fight nights, what team do you train at regularly? And I see you got your ribs broken early on into your career by your coach. I'm wondering, like, what made you go back to training the next day, and like, who gets you ready for these fights?
I trained with Glen Johnson. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He was a former world champion.
Yep.
Held the IBF belt, you know, fight of the year. So I've been training on him pretty much since the start of my career. You know, he get me prepared, and I have ultimate faith in his judgment in me, you know, because he's the guy he told me early on, you know, if I feel like I can't help you, I'm not gonna train you. And that's what it's been about. We have other guys come through, you know, and he turned them away, you know, because he genuinely he genuinely believe trust what he believe in, you know. So if he tell me it's a go for anything or anybody, I'm with it. I got ultimate faith in him.
Right. I saw that. I just wanted to confirm. So Glenn Johnson, former IBF light heavyweight championship holder in boxing, I believe. And that's great. Now I'm wondering also, I know you have a Taekwondo background. I'm a black belt myself. Not a great black belt, but I'm wondering, do you still train a little bit of MMA along with your boxing during training camps?
Nah, man. Funny story. Funny story for my fight lore. I one day, I trained at this gym called Alpha Pro, and Yoel Romero, I don't know if you're familiar with
Yep,
him. He goes there.
absolutely.
So I hope I'm not doxing him, but he goes there from time to time, and I train there at night and I see them. And his coach took a liking to me, he'll talk to me here and there. And I told him that I had a taekwondo background. So they were showing me kicks and stuff like that. My legs were sore for like 2 weeks after they showed me one kicks for one day. I said, man, because he was trying to get me to join his gym as one of his fighters. So I was entertaining it, but it's not for me right now. I think I'm more focused on the boxing aspect of my career than MMA. MMA is like it's like something that I grew up watching, but it's not as far as the financial side of my life. I have to make it in boxing. You know what I'm saying? MMA, I don't know. I don't see a career in that for myself right now.
I understand. I understand. That makes sense. Now, how big was Yoel in person? I'm just wondering as a fan.
Man, Yoel's a pretty stacked dude, man. He's a
Yeah.
big dude, man. He probably not in height wise, but just like stature and size wise, man. He a pretty wide dude, I know he'll give a lot of people enough problems. I see why. Pretty strong.
Exactly, exactly. He scares me too. Now, I'm gonna jump more into your family life, and I know you mentioned it takes a lot of sacrifices, and you have to be really disciplined to do this. Now,
Yeah.
what family's supporting you? Are you a big brother, or younger brother, and like who are you supporting outside of fighting? And who's your motivation, obviously?
Um, I'm all pretty much all my family support me, They all my family support me no matter what I do. I could be a dog walker and my family go support me, That's just how I grew up, how I brought about, My family is from the islands, Bahamian background. I just was born here. So we're all always been tight knit. They're gonna always support no matter what. And I say my motivation, as much as I try to train hard and think about, my mom, dad, our brother, that doesn't really get me. What gets me really going is me proving to myself, because I think a big thing in my life was a lot of people, doubted me and, just didn't give me a fair opportunity. So I want to prove anybody who ever doubted me wrong. Like that just drives me more than anything, just
Right.
me proving myself right.
Right. And that's awesome. You have a supportive family. And I understand that when they support you, it's easier to focus on yourself and believe in yourself. Definitely grateful to my family for that in my career.
Of
Now, I'm
course.
wondering Bahamas background, right? Do you visit there a lot? Do you have specific traditions that you carry out? And your next fight, do you plan on walking out with the Bahamas flag along with the United States flag?
Uh, yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily talk to a bunch of my family there. My other family members do. They communicate with them and go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I do, I represent. I can't deny my heritage. That's I represent it. I wear the flag and stuff like that. And I do. I love the Bahamas, but at the end of the day, I say I'm an American first. I was born here. I don't know to I know more American traditions than Bahamian traditions, to be honest with you. So, you know, I love the Bahamas, I represent it, but I'm always represent America first.
I understand that. I see you're the future king of Miami once Colby Covington retires.
The king of No, not the king of I don't want to be the king of Miami. I want to be the king. I honestly feel like I'm gonna have a legendary career. I don't want to Miami is small. What is Miami? I want to be the king, period, or whatever I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? That's just my thought process. I don't think local. I think worldwide.
I like that. I like that. Like Pitbull said, Mr. Worldwide. So I like that. I'm a huge
Yeah,
fan.
Mr.
I'm really looking
Worldwide.
forward to it. Yeah. So now a couple rapid fire questions before I
Okay.
let you go. Tell me your favorite athlete, your favorite boxer, your favorite bare knuckle fighter, and your favorite MMA fighter.
Okay, my favorite athlete, I would have to say Kobe Bryant. That was my favorite athlete growing up. RIP Kobe. Such a tragedy. I cried when he died. I really don't cry at all. I have family members who died and I didn't cry. I never met Kobe a day in my life, and I'm not even a basketball player. I cried. That was my idol. But favorite boxer, I would have to say I'll have to say my coach. I take a lot of game from him. You know what I'm saying? He had a great legendary career. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. You know that he had a legendary career. So I would say him. Who would you? What was the other two?
Favorite bare knuckle fighter and favorite MMA fighter.
Favorite. I'm gonna go at favorite MMA fighter before favorite bare knuckle fighter. My favorite MMA fighter. It was crazy. I said it's a tie between two, but I guess I'll say Tyron Woodley and Yoel Romero.
I love it. I love Woodley. I think his legacy is one of the most underrated. I believe he defended the belt 4 times. So he deserves all the love, and I think he deserves a lot more than what he's getting right now.
It was crazy because I didn't meet him like I met Yoel, but when he was training for the Jake Paul fight, I actually seen both of them training. They were both of them training in the same gym I was training in
Yeah.
when they was getting ready to fight each other. It was crazy. He's a humble dude too. But Tyron Woodley, I met him too. It was crazy. Like he's way smaller than Yoel. It was crazy to me. He was just like to be so small and fight that heavyweight class. That let me know I can move up in weight. Favorite bare knuckle fighter, I say it's a guy from my hometown. His name Tree. He fought in the backyard. I don't know if you're familiar with that, like before it was really organized, in Paran, he used to have the backyard fights, and that's what really got me into fighting, seeing him, he's was a flashy guy, taught a lot of trash, that just as a young kid, I gravitated towards that, I wanted to be, a spectacle, something that everybody watched, and be able to back up what I say as well.
I like that. I like that. Now, a couple more from me.
Okay.
What is a quote that you live by?
A quote that I live by. I actually got it. I got it tattooed on me. I say "Eat or starve." It sounds cliche, but it's really the truth. Man, you could be a nice guy, but this is a very tough world, and if you're not prepared to do what you got to do to survive and make it happen for yourself, you go fall in line just like the rest of everybody else.
I totally agree. Now, 2 more from me. Biggest dream outside of fighting.
Biggest dream outside of fighting. Biggest dream outside of fighting, man. My biggest dream outside of fighting, man, just to retire both of my parents. Like I don't know, some in me I still feel like a little kid. I want that recognition from my parents. Just to retire them. That's my biggest dream, honestly.
I love
Make a
that.
difference in the world too. I want to do that too. I say after my career is done, I'm gonna build boxing, get a boxing gym, maybe even when my career is still going on, and just really give back to the youth because like I said, I'm really a people person, and I want especially my community to change for the better.
I love that, man. I love that. Now, last thing for me, you're a rising star. You're so humble. You're confident. You really are the future, maybe even the present. Could I get a message for your friends, family, fans, and supporters along the way?
Man, to my friends, family support, anybody that support me, I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. If this your first time seeing me, check me out because, like I say, when you turn on that TV, it's gonna be a fun spectacle for the family. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna listen. If you want to see a little bit of blood, I could do that too. If you want me to get the guy out of there fast, I could do that too. Whatever the people want, you just let me know. I'm gonna make it happen.
I love that, man. Dameko, it was an honor to interview you. I'm so excited for the future, and I'm excited
I
to see
really
what's
appreciate it.
next.
Thank you, bro.
Of
Thank you,
course,
bro. I
man.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you.